Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we're going to be working on moving the willow out of the pond. It is starting to warm up again here after a dip down into the 40s. I think it's a high of 80 today, and it's going to be 80 for the next few days. Now this willow is from a couple of cuttings that I put in the pond towards the beginning of this year. And willows grow fast. This thing has put on over 8 feet of growth just from a couple of number 2 size pencil cuttings. Hey fishies, I'm not feeding you right now. You guys are coming up so much more friendly because I've been feeding them some pellets. Where's the bass? I see the bluegill. I just saw the bass. He went into the aerator and then I lost him. Where'd you go, bud? He doesn't eat pellets though. Oh, there he is. I see that line on you. Oh no. There, you can see him. There he is. Hi, bud. I'll get you guys some pellets here in a little bit. Oh, there's the bluegill. You can tell one's a little bit bigger. Maybe I do have a male and female and we can get some babies out of these two. I don't know, can anybody tell? Let me know if you know. Oh, we got a froggy. Hey, bud. Yeah, I see you. We have the minnows here in the beach area. That's where they typically are. All right, we're getting distracted here. I really need to get this willow out. Oh, the geyser. Oh, okay. We really need to get this willow out of the pond here because I don't know what that root system is doing down there. I'm hoping it's not messing with my liner at all. My plan is going to be to move it out next to the field pond so I can plant it somewhere it still has a lot of water access. Now the field pond isn't full yet, but it's going to be the best place for it. I love watching that shut off. But before we even figure out where we're going to put it, I need to see if I can get it out of here. And this is a pretty big tree at this point. It's about 8 feet tall, and it actually has multiple trunks because I put in a bundle of sticks here. If you remember that video, I put in a few different bundles of the willows, and it looks like one of them just took off. So I'm really not sure how aggressive this root system went down into the stone, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to just pull it out or if I'm going to have to dig down a little bit. I have 2 barrels buried in the gravel here with my pumps in them, so I'm hoping it's not bothering them as well. And that's why all my floating plants are down here, because all the top water current gets pulled this way. Oh, there's the fishies. You can see these fishies just swimming up current. But I think the first thing I'm going to need to do is to prune this all back to a manageable size, and I can actually get access to the root ball. Hump up. All right, that really opened up the view here. That's really refreshing. And it's even gonna be more refreshing when I finally get those sunflowers down off the bank. We'll be able to see straight out to the barn again from the patio. I got a big pile of branches here, which I can cut up and put in the pond out there. I can just stab them right into the wet soil and they'll start rooting and growing. I'm not sure if that's the best idea, but if they start setting roots, I'll be able to dig them up later and transplant them in different spots. The willow actually has a growth hormone flowing through it, which makes it really easy to propagate. A number 2 size pencil is probably the best size to propagate, but you can see these little specks on the bark here. Those are actually nodules that'll start setting root if they get enough water. And willows love water. Case in point, huh, bud? But you can see the roots down here just poking out, just making a nice drapey carpet. And they're all fresh and white whenever they're just floating in water here. And I guess it's gonna be interesting to see how far they went down. Now pop. Yeah? Coming in for a photo shoot? You hunting minnows? Alright, you're gonna hunt some minnows? He tries to bite the minnows. He never gets them. Now, bud, you gonna help dig? You got some stuff on your head, bud. We got work to do, pup. You can get in. It's not deep. Get in. It's not deep. It's deeper over there. Don't do that. Get in here. Yeah, get in. There you go, bud. Don't slip on the stones. There you go. You can get a drink there. I'm going to be getting in here too. We got to try and pull this out. It's rooted in pretty good. I got a new plan. Alright, well she's rooted in there pretty good, so I'll probably have to sacrifice some of the root system so I can get it up there without disturbing any of my pond. Maybe. It has a pretty good hold on my geyser pipe. Alright, well we finally got it out. It's a little bit more difficult than I was originally planning. But we did get a pretty decent root ball off of it still, so I think we'll still... Hey honeybee, how you doing, bud? Trying to get some moisture off the roots. As long as we keep these roots wet, I think this will keep growing out in the field pond. And then I'm gonna come back in here and try and rip some more of those roots out so they don't decompose in the water. We're gonna feed the fish again, and we also have to get those sunflowers cut down as well. Pup, we gotta go out to the field pond with the ducks and mumbles. You trying to play? All right. You ready? Go. Go. I'm gonna plug some of these into the bank too, see if we can get those growing. I hear you, turkey. All right, so if you're unaware and don't watch my homestead channel, this is the duck pond or the field pond. I dug it out so Mumbles and the ducks have a place to swim, and then we actually expanded it this year to the size that you see now. And it's only about half full right now. We're still waiting on a lot more rain to fill this thing in. Ducks, you don't have to be scared. The ducks are always afraid of change, so these branches down here might spook them a little bit for a while. And I don't know if they're actually gonna take root down here, but I'm gonna let them try. I actually planted the one that came out with a root ball over there on the ledge, so if the water actually does come up to full level, that'll still be a good spot. Or should I say when the water comes up to full. But even until then, this is gonna add a little bit extra coverage for frogs and anything else in there and give a little bit extra forage here for the ducks. And this pond is far from done. I'm gonna be doing many more expansions on here. This whole right side is gonna get dug out again. So even if these do take root, it won't be a problem for the bank of the pond. That's all gonna get dug away. And then this area around here is gonna turn into the island. If I can keep it holding water, the pond's gonna get pretty big. Pop. Mumbles. I love having the ducks just free ranging all over the property. At some point I'll have the whole property fenced in and I can let some more of the animals free range. The pigs were trying the last couple days, and the ducks don't destroy my gardens like the chickens do. Now before we wrap up this video, I want to do a little bit more cleanup down here at the pond. I do want to get these sunflowers down, especially this batch over here. You can't even see them. So the ones on the left side of the waterfalls are pretty much finished up. There's still some yellow in there though. And each one of those flowers are making dozens of seeds for the birds. There's a goldfinch. The goldfinches, the house finches, and the cardinals have been really loving these sunflowers. But I do want to get this batch cut down so we can see the barn better. I probably will leave these go a little bit longer because there's just too much yellow on them to cut them back yet. And once I cut these down, I'm gonna hang them on the gate at the end of the vegetable garden so the birds can pick through the rest of the seeds. And something else that I've been working on for the past few days was building that windmill that you guys sent in. So there's a few different types of decorations I want in the garden, just standard decorations, and the windmill was one of them. So I recently got that put together and positioned down in the vegetable garden. I am loving it too. And I think these sunflowers are gonna look great next to it on the gate. It's gonna be perfect for a fall photo. And I think I might go ahead and cut this group of sunflowers down now too, just so I can refresh the whole bank here for the fall. Yeah, because with the willow out of there now and then the sunflowers coming down, that's really gonna open this up here for the fall. We'll be able to see the whole waterfalls again and all the animals up at the barn. And we're gonna do a quick update down here in the pumpkin patch. The plant is growing pretty good. I just came down with a blower to give it a good dusting. I have female flowers coming on still. And like I said earlier, we did have a drop in temperature down into the 40s, which really slowed the pumpkin down. But now that we just had a day into the 80s and a few more coming up, I think we're gonna get some good growth again. Hump up. And if you're not watching my short videos, we did get a flower pollinated here. This is day 2, maybe day 3 after pollination. And it looks like she is starting to swell up here. Now she is gonna have to get a little bit bigger before we know the pollination's taken, but this is a good start. She looks like a good pumpkin so far. And I am starting to get some dying leaves in here. That might actually be a vine borer. Oh yeah, that doesn't look good. I don't have time right now, but I should come in here and try and cut that out, see if I can find it. If I do that, that'll be on a short video. But I'm gonna go ahead and dust her now that it's cooled off, and the bees should be done working. This thing helps out so much now that the plant's getting bigger. You can imagine trying to shake a bag onto this. Nice even coating too. Oh, run, run. Get out of the wind, pup. You don't want to be downwind from that. There you go. Good job, puppy. Way to move quick. So thank you for sending this in. It definitely helps out. And maybe we can still get a pumpkin this year, huh, pup? Oh, and let's give the fish a snack. Come here, fishies. I do want them to feed out of my hand here at some point, so I'm just gonna leave that there so they get used to it. The fishies. Oh, you pushed it all to the edge. They're getting big. Now I grew all these koi from babies. I had them inside while the pond was still getting built, and then I brought them out when it was ready. But I do want to add some more koi to this pond, but I'm gonna have to get them when they're a little bit bigger. Come pop. All right, that is feeling so good to get that out of there. And it's feeling so refreshing to get those sunflowers down too. It's really opened up the pond area down here. Where are you going, Echo Pop? Piggies running around, Pop. They're pig zoomies. Good boy, you keep an eye on them. Make sure they stay inside. Good boy. But I also had to come in here and hand pull a lot of those roots out of there. I don't want that willow trying to come back. And I had a mess of roots in there too. They were starting to get thick as well. Some of these are pretty close to a pencil, if not even more. So that is gonna be nice to have that out of the pond, not sucking up all the water it was, but it also was sucking up a lot of nutrients out of the pond, helping keep it clean. I don't really have any other plants in here besides these floating plants and the irises up on the waterfall. Those are probably getting pretty rooted in as well. But I think we're pretty much done out here for the day. It's about time I go up and close out the barn. Huh, Pop? All right, well, that's going to be all for this one. If you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave, and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Puppy, good boy.